put the 4 here. Put the 4 there,
Yes.
and then when you do this, 368.
That's it.
But then you'd have the decimal points.
Cool, that's right. So you turn it into a house, and it can look either like just a straight down thing, or you can put the little thing in. Yep. So then what was one of the rules about dividing decimal by decimal?
You move the decimal point across.
Why?
Because it's my hands.
Yeah. So it's sort of one of those rules. You can't. I don't like saying can't, but you can't. So we've got to make this one here this way. 4, straight out 4. Yep. Because every number in the whole wide world, every single number in the whole wide world, sorry, I need to rub this out. Every number, even if it's just the number 2, just sitting here by itself, even though it could be lonely, if the number 2 is actually 2.0000000, it's just 2 with nothing behind it. It's just straight out. That's
Or
what
you
the
could
number
do 0.0000002 million.
And the number 128 is actually 128 point nothing. So because there's nothing, we choose not to write it in. We just don't write it. So back over here, we turn the 0.4 into 4. Yeah, they do. Forever and ever. But because there's nothing in it, then we don't bother writing them down. Otherwise you run out of paper. You spend all your time just writing numbers, it'd be terrible.
2.000.
Right, so then if we do the same to this number, if we do 0.4 into 4, we've got to do the same with this number here. So 3.68, we've got to move it one place to the right. So what's that new number going to become?
36.8.
36.8. So if we use Alex's example, there's the decimal point in the middle there. So now it becomes 4 into 36.8. So it's as simple as that. So now we go 4s into 3. Can we do that nicely, straight off? 4 into 3, straight away. No. So we always got to get in that habit of tracking, so put a 0 down. 4s into 36 goes 9 times. Is that a 9? Upside down? Yep. Now with this one, you just put the decimal point straight up. 4s into 8? 2. So therefore, our answer becomes, dot, therefore the answer is 9.2.
Even if there's a 0 in front of it, it's still nothing.
That's right. Now the reason that Caleb Sherman asked a good question is, but don't you have to put the decimal point back in? But I'll prove it to you. Johnny, is there a calculator on there?
I've got a calculator.
Yep. Yep. So calculator. And over on the green one, Nick, class 1. Hello.
I know what the password is. That you cheat.
Yes. Do you, can you just run and see Phil, maybe? Because I'm just.
What happened?
So just find the calculator.
I can't because I'm videoing.
That's fine. So 30. So I want you, Demi. Can you please research 3.68 divided by 0.4? And Ella, you can do this. I'm not going to go to the clock. You can do the same.
What have I said?
So you research 3.68 divided by 0.4, and you guys do 36.8 divided by 4.
So 3.6.
So
This is really beginning to strain my arm.
3.68 divided by 0.4, the original question.
9.2.
And you guys are doing. So what one did you look up?
I looked up the
This one?
Every time you flip it, I have to flip my iPod straight in my arm.
9.2.
No, so round it up.
9.2.
3.
And what did you get? 9.2. So do you see that because we've times each number by, or we've moved the decimal point, we don't have to put a decimal point back in. The equations just change, but the answer is exactly the same. So whether you do 3.68 divided by 0.4 or 36.8 divided by 4, the answer was still 9.2. So you don't have to put any decimals back in, you don't have to do any kind of readjusting, you've done it.
How do you know where to put the decimal point? Because don't you usually have to jump over the decimal point?
Good question.
Like if it's like 9.22689.
Yes.
How do you know where to put the decimal
Good question. So there's Ella's question.
I've finished the dividing decimal sheet. Can I do
Yep.
maths with it?
Yes, please. So Ella's got a really good question. So Nick, do you want to just pause your tapping there for a second? So she asked if we had. So let's do, we're going to make this 2, 4, 2, and I'll put the decimal point here. And we had, how can I make this nice? Okay, 1.12. Okay, let's try this. So here's another equation. So guys, just eyes on this. So this is 2.42 divided by 1.12. Now before, we just moved the decimal point one place to the right. So if we did that with this number, what would happen to the divisor, Jacob? If we move that decimal point one place to the right, what number would that become?
That
Yep.
I will pick on 11.2.
Cool.
So hard.
So Nick, do you agree with that? And if we move the decimal point here one place to the right, what number would it become?
24.2.
Okay, so the new equation would be 11.2
All good now.
into to 24. I can't write it upside down. Is that a 4? No. 24.2. But we've still got a decimal dividing into a decimal. So that's not right. So what do we? So what? That's exactly what we need to do. So Ella's question was, what if you've got like lots of decimal points behind the thingy? Sorry, it was elbow juice. You just keep moving it until you get a whole number. So this one here would become 2 to the right. Boom. So it would become 112.
Oh, so you do it to make a whole
You
number.
do it to make a whole number.
Okay.
So this one here, you go 2 places to the right. So into 200, and you've got it, Tyler, 242. Now I don't know if that's going to divide it nicely off the top of my head. But then you'd have to know your long division rules. But that's what you do. So if you've got 3 decimal points here, you move it 3 places. 5 decimal points, you move it 5 places. 10 decimal points. But if it got to the ridiculousness of 10 decimal points, I would just be using a calculator. Use your brains about that. So yeah. So can you guys just show me then that you can do, say, the next one? So on the sheet here, if you open up your scrapbook and just do 0.3 into 0.87. So it'll look like this.
What one is this?
Number
2. What number is this one here?
So it's 0.87. You won't have it yet.
Divided by
So 0.87 divided by 0.3. And if you put it in your thingy, it's going to be
So would you just go 3 into 87 or would you go
Yep.
to 80?
Literally just backwards.
Is it 3s into 87 or 3s into 8.7? Which one?
Literally, you just put that in front of that, and then have that.
Threes
there.
into 8.7.
That's it. Yes. Yes, sure.
How is it 8?
So we've moved the decimal point in one place to make it a whole number. So therefore, one place. So 8.7.
It's been going for 7.5 minutes.
Oh, that's probably too big to upload, isn't it?
No.
No? Okay.
You can upload any amount of video-ness.
Sweet.
Uploaded 5 hours.
5 hours.
That would take so long time.
Someone can upload 10 hours. Someone's uploaded 24 hours of the same thing over and over again.
Like Nyan
I think I'd bore you to death. So the equation should become, so Vic, have you got it written up? So that's what we're doing here. Yeah. So we're just doing that straight off, Hamish. So 0.87 divided by 0.3.
That's that sheet.
I need a bit of whiteboard, don't I?
And then subsidies 2 left over. Do you put that on
3 divided
Yep.
by
Yep.
0.7. Become 9.
Yep, so you can just put
At
it
the end
as,
of this, if you want,
so
just
for you,
subscribe and like the video,
3s into
or
those
else.
2. Oh,
Or else
3s
nothing.
into 8 goes
Just
twice.
subscribe and like.
3